The United States, a land of diverse landscapes and climates, finds itself under the siege of extreme weather events. From the arid deserts of the Southwest to the lush forests of the Pacific Northwest, and from the rolling plains of the Midwest to the humid subtropics of the Southeast, every region is feeling the impact. These varied climates, while beautiful and unique, also make the country particularly vulnerable to a wide range of weather-related challenges. From the sun-drenched coasts of California to the bustling cities of the East Coast, millions are bracing for a meteorological double whammy. In California, residents are no strangers to the threat of wildfires, but this year the intensity and frequency have been unprecedented. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, the hustle and bustle of daily life is being overshadowed by the looming threat of a powerful winter storm. People are stocking up on essentials, securing their homes, and making plans to stay safe. The western states are facing the wrath of the Santa Ana winds, notorious for their ferocity and ability to fuel devastating wildfires. These winds, which can reach hurricane-force speeds, create the perfect conditions for fires to spread rapidly. Firefighters are on high alert, and communities are being urged to evacuate if necessary. The combination of dry conditions and strong winds is a recipe for disaster, and the stakes have never been higher. Meanwhile, an Arctic blast has plunged the eastern half of the country into a deep freeze, threatening record-low temperatures and crippling snowstorms. Cities that are usually bustling with activity are now eerily quiet as people hunker down to stay warm. The cold is not just an inconvenience, it poses serious risks to health and safety. Hypothermia, frostbite, and other cold-related illnesses are real dangers, and authorities are urging people to take precautions. This confluence of extreme weather events serves as a stark reminder of nature's power and the importance of preparedness. The images of wildfires raging in the west and snowstorms blanketing the east are a testament to the unpredictable and often destructive force of nature. It's a sobering reminder that, despite all our technological advancements, we are still at the mercy of the elements. Preparedness can make the difference between life and death, and communities are taking this message to heart. As communities across the country brace for impact, understanding the science behind these phenomena and heeding the advice of experts is paramount. Meteorologists are working around the clock to provide accurate forecasts and updates, helping people make informed decisions. Public officials are coordinating efforts to ensure that resources are available where they are needed most. And individuals are doing their part by staying informed and taking the necessary steps to protect themselves and their loved ones. In times like these, knowledge is power, and preparedness is key. Originating in the high-pressure zones of the Great Basin, these winds are a force of nature that have shaped the landscape and lives of Southern Californians for centuries. The Santa Ana winds are a meteorological phenomenon unique to Southern California, known for their intense and often destructive power. These winds are not just a weather event, they are a part of the region's identity. These dry, downslope winds gain momentum as they funnel through mountain canyons, creating a dramatic and sometimes eerie atmosphere. The winds can be so strong that they uproot trees, damage structures, and create hazardous driving conditions. Reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, the Santa Anas are a formidable force. Their strength is such that they can knock over power lines, leading to widespread power outages and increasing the risk of fires. The air heats up dramatically as it descends, creating ideal conditions for rapid fire spread. This heating effect, combined with the already dry conditions of Southern California, makes the region a tinderbox during Santa Ana events. The Santa Anas, often referred to as devil winds, are notorious for their role in fueling some of California's most devastating wildfires. These winds can turn a small, manageable fire into a raging inferno in a matter of minutes. Their hot, dry gusts can turn small sparks into raging infernos, posing a significant threat to life and property. Firefighters often find themselves in a race against time, battling not just the flames but also the relentless winds that spread them. Over the years, the Santa Ana winds have been responsible for some of the most catastrophic fires in California's history. Communities have been destroyed, lives have been lost, and the landscape has been forever altered. Residents of Southern California have learned to prepare for the arrival of the Santa Anas. Emergency services are put on high alert, and people take precautions to protect their homes and loved ones. Scientists and meteorologists continue to study these winds, hoping to better understand their patterns and predict their occurrences. Despite advances in technology, the Santa Anas remain a powerful and unpredictable force. Yet, after the winds have passed, there is a calm that settles over the region. The landscape, though scarred, begins to heal, and life slowly returns to normal. The Santa Anas are a reminder of nature's power and the resilience of those who live in its path. In stark contrast to the fiery threat facing the West Coast, the eastern half of the United States is grappling with an entirely different meteorological beast, an Arctic blast. This frigid air mass, originating from the polar regions, brings with it dangerously low temperatures, strong winds, and heavy snowfall. The Arctic blast has the potential to cripple infrastructure, disrupt travel, and pose serious health risks, particularly for vulnerable populations. Frozen pipes, power outages, and hypothermia are just some of the dangers associated with this extreme weather event. The simultaneous onslaught of the Santa Ana winds and the Arctic blast presents a complex tapestry of threats across the United States. While wildfires rage in the west, the east faces the dangers of extreme cold, heavy snow, and treacherous ice. Beyond the immediate threats to life and property, these extreme weather events have the potential to disrupt critical infrastructure, including power grids, transportation networks, and communication systems. The economic fallout from these disruptions could be significant. Section 5. Voices from the storm meteorologists speak. Meteorologists across the country are closely monitoring these developing weather systems, providing critical information and warnings to the public. Their expertise is crucial in understanding the potential impacts of these events and guiding preparedness efforts. The current weather patterns are highly unusual, warns Dr. Jennifer Francis, a leading climatologist. The intensity and simultaneous occurrence of these extreme events highlight the growing impact of climate change on our weather systems. Section 6. Riding out the tempest, timeline and trajectory. The Santa Ana winds are expected to persist for the next few days, with the highest wind speeds anticipated in the foothills and canyons of Southern California. Meanwhile, the Arctic blast will continue to grip the East Coast, with temperatures plummeting to record lows in some areas. The National Weather Service has issued numerous warnings and advisories, urging residents in the affected areas to take necessary precautions and stay informed about the latest weather updates. Section 7. Shielding from the storm, a guide to safety. In the face of these dual weather threats, ensuring personal safety and that of loved ones is paramount. Residents in areas affected by the Santa Ana winds should be especially vigilant about fire safety, clearing brush around homes, and having evacuation plans in place. Those in the path of the Arctic blast should take steps to stay warm, prevent frozen pipes, and avoid unnecessary travel. Heeding the advice of local authorities and staying informed about weather updates can be life-saving. Section 8. Staying informed, your lifeline in a crisis. In times of extreme weather, staying informed is not just advisable, it's essential. Utilize all available resources, including local news, weather apps, and official government websites, to stay updated on the latest developments, warnings, and safety advice. Remember, knowledge is power. The more informed you are about the evolving weather situation, the better equipped you'll be to make safe and informed decisions for yourself and your family. Section 9. Preparedness, our strongest defense. In times of crisis, the strength of our communities is tested. The way we prepare and respond can make all the difference. As the United States grapples with the dual threats of wildfires, which can devastate vast areas of land and displace thousands of people, and an Arctic blast, bringing with it severe cold, heavy snowfall, and dangerous blizzard conditions, one message rings clear: preparedness is our strongest defense. By understanding the risks associated with these natural disasters, heeding the advice of experts who provide critical information and forecasts, and taking proactive steps to prepare, such as assembling emergency kits, stocking up on essential supplies, and ensuring that our homes and properties are secure, we can mitigate the impacts of these extreme weather events and safeguard our communities. The actions we take today can prevent greater losses tomorrow. This shared experience serves as a powerful reminder of our interconnectedness and the strength that comes from unity. When we support each other, we build a resilient community capable of facing any challenge. The importance of community resilience in the face of adversity cannot be overstated. By working together, staying informed through reliable sources, and remaining vigilant in our preparations, we can weather these storms, both literal and metaphorical, with greater strength and solidarity. The bonds we forge in times of crisis can last a lifetime and emerge stronger on the other side. The clear skies after a storm symbolize not just the end of a difficult period, but the beginning of a new chapter where we rebuild, celebrate our resilience, and look forward to